Jesus, I'm gonna hear from the boss tomorrow.
Oh, would you loosen up? You'd feel a hell of a lot better if you just rip into the occasional customer.
All right, Longfellow, here we go. Another day and another task. So today we're going to go ahead and make these lights work. Okay, so let's start off with a save. Let's go ahead and save our progress here, because why not? And we need something to count. Okay, so we're gonna count. We're gonna have one counter, and we want to keep these counters separate from each other. Okay, so we're gonna put them here. Well, that could have been a heck of a lot closer in. Alright, so we're gonna put them up here. Not touching. Not bad counter, no treat. No, bad counter, no treat. Alright. So we'll try to get them as close to each other without touching as possible. Okay. So we have that. And there's our trusty little terminal. We don't want you there. Let's disconnect that. So we need the terminal to set the counters. So let's go ahead and do that. We're going to need power down here. So let's get ourselves some temporary power. Something we can work with. And we don't need a switch. We just need power. So we're going to come from here to there, there to there. Okay, we're going to do this one at a time just to make sure we have this right. Alright. So the first thing we need to do is we're going to go to this one. Okay. So what we want the code to be is we're going to make the code 431. Okay. So these counters are a little weird. So basically, every time power is applied, the counter turns. So what you do is, if you set it for 4, it has to get to number 4, then you have to throw the switch one more time. It goes one past. Okay. So technically it's 5 flips of the thing. And then this one would be 4. 1, unfortunately, we can't do less than 1. So we can't say 0 and then flip it once and have it roll over. So what we're going to do is actually go 3, 2, 1. Okay. So it'll be more like 4, 3, 2 will be our code. But that's what we're going to do. So let's start off here. And yeah, power counter, that's what we want. Oops, nope. We don't want, we want 3. Alright, so now that we have this, we're going to disconnect that. Now, what we need is we need something to help us with our glitching. So we're going to glitch from here to there. Now we want to glitch this wire up to this here switch. Alright. And while we're at it, let's go ahead and remove. Let's remove that. So we close that door. There's our wire. Okay. So now, if we flip this switch, so if we flip that, this will do its thing and whatever, right? So we can cycle this switch to here. Now what we need to do also is this also has to go from here to the next switch, okay? Because what it's going to do is it's actually going to power this switch here. Okay, so let's see how this works. So that's actually 2 poles and 3 poles. Now we've reset, and here we are. Okay, so we reset to 0, and then this one is, this switch here has power. So let's see what this looks like. So if we flip this, now it has no power at all. Alright, so this, we're currently off. we're off, and we have 0 counting. So let's count it here. So we go 1, 2, 3, and 4. And we get power here. Alright, so what happens is this hits the number and it rolls over. And now we've got power going to our second switch, which is great. Now let's go ahead and set our power to, let's go ahead and set this one. Yeah. So this one's not set up to anything yet, which is good. And so this one is going to be 2. Power counter is going to be 2. Yes. Alright, so now we can disconnect this, and we will use this here for our glitching wire. Alright, so we need to glitch 1 to this one, and then we also need to have 1 glitched wire go to the next switch. Oops. Alright. So now, let's see if we have this right. Okay. So now we're on 2. I bet if we throw this switch one more time, we'll get, if we throw this switch one more time, we'll get power to there. Alright. No? Maybe? Oh, because we haven't connected to this other one yet. Alright, so, yeah. So we need to get power to this one. Oh, we have power to that one. Why is that not getting power to it? We're not toggling it. Why are we not toggling it? Alright. Let's see here. Let's try to make this happen. There we go. It's because we still had it shorted across. Alright. So, now there we go. There we go. Alright. We don't need that power there. Okay, so now we have power to this one as well. Okay, so now it's time to set this last one. And like I said, we're going to set it to 1. But there's only so much we can do with this one, so here we go. Power counter. Set it to 1. Alright. Go ahead and remove that. Hook this up so we can glitch. Alright, so this one needs to go back to here, right? Because we need to be able to flip this to actually toggle that. Okay, so that's going to flip that to toggle it. And then it also needs to go to, alright, also needs to go to this conduit on the roof. Okay. So we're actually going to make it go to here too. Okay. So the main power is going to go to there. And let's go ahead and disconnect this power. And we'll feed the power from there. Okay, so we have power coming to the conduit. Now, we're going to have to do 2 glitches here. So we're going to have one is going to go to the light. Okay. And then one, oops, helps if you get up there. And then one is going to go to the door. Alright. There we go. So we should have power to the light, hopefully, if we did this right. And Alright, so let's have a look here. So we have power going to this. We don't want power going to that. We need power coming to that switch from up top there. So, let's see here. I do believe we can get rid of that. Alright, so power needs to come from there down. So we have to keep these completely separate. Alright. Alright. Let's see if this was going to work. Okay. 1, 2. Alright. 1, 2. And 1, 2. So we get our green light and our door opens up. There we go. Alright, so we can get rid of this. We'll go ahead and store that. All we have to do is cover that up so we don't see it. And we don't want people to be able to know what the combination is. And there we go. We have our combination door lock. We can get in here. Of course, we got all these wires, but hey, I don't mind the wires. I kind of like them. One, it helps me troubleshoot things, and two, I feel like they would have to do this just however they can make it happen. Like, it would not be osmosis. So, yeah. So there is this. Let's see what we can do about hiding this. Let's see here. We could simply go with a wall. Let's try that. Let's do a nice simple wall. Let's make it look like something that would somewhat blend in and kind of be like normal. Alright, here we go. So, alright, so all the way in the ground. We have numbers sticking through. That's a bit too close then. We have that. This we can cover up. Let's try this again. This time without the oops, right? Come here. There we go. Sometimes my it doesn't want to select quite right. Okay, here we go. We can even use this to put signs up and stuff. So, yeah. And then, just to kind of blend it all together. Oops, I think I just hit the microphone. Let's do it this way. Here we go. It'd be nice to have that a little farther over. Let's try this one more time. Alright. Okay, we got that there. Let's do this. There we go. There we go. Now we can blend these all together. How's that? Oh yeah, that's wonderful. And you can't really see what's down there, right? If you look this way, can't really see. It's all good. And we got ourselves a little billboard. Yeah, I like it. Works for me. And with that, I would say that our weapon shop is done. And all we have to do to close it is just flip any of these switches. Just to prove that, let's do this. Alright. And we'll get the door to open. Door opens, now we flip any switch. The door shuts. Okay, now if we flip this last one and shut it off, then that's the only one we have to do. If we do the first one, we have to do the entire code again. Well, most of the code anyway. So there we go. Now we can close this off and get somebody to man the post and hand out arms as needed, and we'll be all ready for that one. Okay. What do you think, Longfellow? Did the plan come together? Does it everything that you thought it'd be and more? I don't really know either, but whatever it was, it came out okay. All right. Thank you very much, Longfellow. I don't know about you, but I'm ready for some lunch. Let's make that happen. Where did you put that cook station? There it is. Let's make that happen.
Shermanator's got a point, Kev. Since when do you start listening to the Shermanator? Since you made me realize there's an abundance of wiener here.